Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weebs here, and this is What If Midoriya Was Naruto's Reincarnation Part 2. I know this is really late, but these past few days I've been doing What Ifs really late, and I'm sure you guys don't mind it as long as you get it, but I mind it because I'm doing them too late. So you guys, if you're from the UK, you might not be able, you might not watch as soon as it comes out, or maybe you'll just forget. So that's why I try my best to do it as fast as I can, but it's just that in the day I'm mostly tired because of this month, and at night I'm not as tired, but it's pretty late and I'd rather sleep. So there's never really a time for me to do it. And once this month finishes, I promise you guys, since I'm not going to be tired the whole day, I will be pretty much doing what if after what if after what if pretty much the whole day, maybe even 4 videos a day. That's if I don't get distracted with animes I want to watch. But anyways, let's continue. So this is what if Midoriya was Naruto's Reincarnation Part 2. Last time we left off with Midoriya basically meeting All Might. All Might says All Might, sorry, wait 1 second. So basically All Might tells Midoriya about One for All and all the past users, and that this is a power, it's a stockpiling power, so it has been passed down through generation after generation of users until now it's him, and he wants to give it to Midoriya, so Midoriya will be the ninth user. Wait, is it the ninth? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the ninth user. Yeah, and Midoriya accepts straight away, and Kurama's like, Midoriya, you know you got me, right? And Midoriya's like, yeah, but you said not to show anyone, and I should really, and it will be easier to make people think that I have a different type of quirk. And Kurama understands Midoriya's logic, and he's like, yeah, that's fine. And basically All Might sees that Midoriya is really in shape. He's not a scrawny looking middle school boy, but he's actually built, fairly built, not like bodybuilder built, like lean. He's lean, and his body is already in the state that he would have to have it by the end of 10 months training. So All Might wants to give it straight away, but he wants to see what Midoriya is capable of. So he says, for the next 10 months until the entrance exam for UA High, I want to see how you train, and I will train you myself as well. And Midoriya's like, are you sure? Because my training is pretty much the whole day after school until late, and don't you have someone waiting at home? And then All Might's like, no one, but how about you? You're still in middle school, don't you have your parents waiting? And then Midoriya's like, my mom doesn't really mind me training, and she thinks I'm pursuing my dream, so it's fine. And basically All Might says, alright, so from tomorrow after school I want you to come to this beach at this time. And Midoriya goes in the morning and has a jog around because he still has to work out, and All Might is already there in the morning because he just wanted to jog as well. And he sees Midoriya jogging around, and he's like, oh, Midoriya, so you do morning jogs as well? And Midoriya's like, yeah, I like to do it in the morning, so before school, so it doesn't take away too much time off my training after school. And All Might's like, that's smart, how about I join you? And Midoriya's like, yeah, that's fine, I'd love to. And they socialize, and Midoriya's telling him about his past and that he is quirkless, but he kept training thinking that he can become a hero. And basically All Might's like, it's true, and he tells him, and All Might says, you see, I was quirkless as well, just like you. My master passed this power down to me because I showed great potential. And Midoriya's like, oh, so you were just like me once, right? And All Might's like, yes, I was just like you. And Midoriya has to finish there, and All Might says, anyway, it's fine. I'm going to go, keep going for another half an hour or so. And Midoriya's like, I wish I could stay, but school's about. I need to get back home, have a shower, and then go school. And then All Might says, I understand, school's important. Now go, kid. And now go, young Midoriya. And basically, All Might keeps running while jogging while Midoriya runs back home and gets into the shower before his mom wakes up. Yes, he does it before his mom wakes up, or it's kind. So he does it really in the morning. So at 5 a.m. his mom wakes up at 7. He has to go school by 8. So, well, he has to be in school by 9, but he has to go out by 8 or 30. So just like me. So I'll see that. And Midoriya, by 7 o'clock, well, Midoriya went at 5, came back at 6:30, had the shower he had 30 minutes to shower and get ready. And at 7, him and his mom, basically, his mom woke up, and Midoriya's like, yeah, hello. And they were talking for a bit, and Midoriya's like, oh, I went to run a bit. And his mom's like, oh, right, alright. I know I'm just telling you guys how Midoriya's day is like, but now we skip a few hours. Midoriya's in lunchtime, and he goes to the roof because he doesn't have any friends in middle school, and he doesn't consider Bakugo as a friend anymore because Bakugo is always bullying him, so he just doesn't care about him anymore. So he just goes up, and he's having his lunch. It's basically rice balls. Oh my god, please don't take that as a dirty joke. A rice ball. And basically he is having it with one hand and doing a push-up with the other, well, on one hand while eating. And basically Bakugo barges in, is like, Deku, where are you? And Midoriya basically sits up, says, oh, hello Kachan, what do you need? And basically, I know I said he doesn't think of Bakugo as a friend, but there's just that little part of him that wants to still call him Kachan, and sometimes he says Katsuki and sometimes Kachan. And basically Bakugo is like, Deku, I've seen you. You were running in the morning. I was trying to get I woke up earlier and I went out to get something, and then I see you running around. What is this? And basically Midoriya's like, oh, I just I started training a bit because I was weak. And Bakugo's like, even if you train, you will never be as good as me. And basically Bakugo's friends, the two guys that suck him off, they're like, yeah, Bakugo's the best, blah blah blah. And basically Midoriya's like, yeah, you're right. And Bakugo's like, don't you even dare try to sign up for UA High. And then that just ticks off Midoriya and says, who are you to tell me what school not to go to? And basically Bakugo's like, are you trying to go up against me, Deku? And basically Midoriya, this time he calls him Katsuki, and he says, I'm not scared of you. And basically Bakugo is ready to blast him, and then Kurama basically cuts into Midoriya and says, Midoriya, don't. You should not show your powers. And Midoriya's like, I won't show it. I'll just try to dodge. And basically Bakugo tries to attack Midoriya. Midoriya dodges, and he doesn't want to attack back because he knows that if the teachers see that he's attacking, he's gonna get in trouble, and then he won't be able to go home as early, and maybe he'll have to have a parents meeting. So he's just trying to dodge until the teacher arrives, and he sees Midoriya trying to dodge Bakugo's attacks, and then the teacher stops Bakugo and says, you're coming with me. And Bakugo's like, I'll kill you, Deku. And basically they're gone, and Midoriya realizes that he only has 10 more minutes for to lunch and finishes. So he has his lunch, he does a few push-ups and sit-ups, and then goes to his class. The day is over, and Midoriya's packing his stuff. He still has his notebook. He was reading in class because he already knows the class, because he studies a lot as well, not only training, but he studies at home. He mostly does in the evening, but he's so let's say he goes home around like 4. He trains until like 9, and then from 9 to 11 he studies, and then from 11 to 12 he basically has a rest and go sleep. So that's basically his routine. Morning 5 a.m, jog until 6:30, go home at 6:30, have a shower 7 o'clock, get a rest, and go school at 8:30. Come back around 4, and start training, and that keeps going over and over again for the past. Midoriya's nearly 14, so the past 7 years he's been doing that, and not the full 7 years going out at 5 a.m. But he started that when he was like around 11. So the first 4 or 5 years, because this started at 6 years old. 5 years he was just training at home and jogging on the spot, while Kurama was basically laughing at him. And Midoriya used to train a lot in his mind, so whatever he did in his mind, it literally affected his body as well. So imagine he started running in his mind, his body will get stronger as well. But Kurama sometimes asks, if you can do it from your mind, why do you go out? And Midoriya is like, getting some fresh air every day is actually really good, especially in the morning, since there is not much traffic and much pollution. Well, that kind of makes no sense because pollution just stays, but I'm saying that, in afternoon and that there's traffic and everything, so cars emit more gas and pollution, so that's why he does it in the morning, so there's less of a crowd and not many people can see him, because he doesn't want to show that he trains, and he wants to keep it in the low. So Midoriya meets up with All Might. All Might trains him, and he sees that Midoriya is completely ready. Midoriya is carrying everything to the how he still has to clean up the beach, but this Midoriya does it in a month, so he has 9 months. And Midoriya sees a lot of improvement in his strength, and sees that maybe training with a master is actually better than training on his own and just Kurama, because Kurama might have some experience, but remember, Kurama never trained anyone because Naruto was already trained by other people, and that's why he was already ready to use Kurama's power. Well, Kurama is not a really good teacher unless you're talking about how to use his power, because his power is his own, so he can teach you perfectly, while teaching someone to get in shape, it's not his forte. So that's why All Might's training is a lot better than just Midoriya's online research. And in the next let's say 6 months, so basically 1 month plus 6 months, 7 months, in 7 months Midoriya is completely more than ready, and All Might decides to give it to him, and he sees that Midoriya is actually really good at it, and he can already control a lot of it, but he still breaks limbs, and basically Midoriya has to basically go, well, I'll say that All Might arranges a meeting with the recovery girl, and recovery girl basically heals up Midoriya, and Midoriya's like, this power is amazing, and he was geeking out about meeting recovery girl because he knew about her, he heard lots of stories and about her, but then Kurama cuts in and says, hey Midoriya, you know that power you just used? You used 100% straight away on one part of your body. How about you try to use a certain percent all around your body? And then Midoriya's like, you're right, it's much more efficient. So Midoriya still tries. He does get full cowling, but he isn't the full cowling as the one that Gran Torino taught him. It's because he just got all for one for all, so it's harder for him to control it straight away, so he needs a little bit of training. By the time the entrance exam, the day of the entrance exam comes, Midoriya is ready. He knows how to use, let's say, 6% of full cowling, and All Might is like, good luck Midoriya, I hope you do well, I'm sure you'll pass. And Midoriya is like, yeah. So basically Midoriya doesn't even need to use one for all to pass this test, because he can do it on his own just by pure strength of training. It's basically like Stain, but a stronger version, because he can just use a boost from Kurama on certain, well, let's say the KCM boost of strength on him instead of the full KCM, so he can still, but he still shows a bit of aura, so he doesn't use it much. He uses a bit of it just when he's in a crisis situation, and when he's completely like life or death situation, he literally goes all out, full KCM and everything. It never happened, but you never know. Villains can do it. You never know, if you're a hero, something like that could happen, just like, you know, the you know, the attack when All for One attacked All Might, you know, that thing. That's a crisis situation. So basically Midoriya is at the beginning he's busting through robots after robot, and Bakugo sees this and thinks to himself, I need to beat Deku. I will never be beaten by a nerd like him. And Bakugo goes all out until the 0-pointer robot comes. Everyone starts running. Midoriya thinks that he should run because it's a waste of time, but then he sees Uraraka, the girl that he still met Uraraka. He was going to fall because he was geeking out about going to UA, and he didn't notice that he was about to trip and Uraraka saved him. So basically he's like, this is my chance to pay her back, and he jumps up so high, even higher than the entire robot. So he has to wait until he gets onto the level of the robot, and he says he basically punches the robot just like in original, and his arm is broken, but this Midoriya, he can move, because of the training he's done. So he, in the rubble of the robot, the parts of it, he starts jumping on them, but on one of them, since he did use a lot of strength, he is strained. So on one of them he just trips and he's falling, and until Uraraka touches him and uses a power on him, and he is floating, and then Uraraka lets him go, and he stands up. He basically helps Uraraka out of that rock, and says, maybe the Detroit Smash is not my thing. And Kurama's like, how about you try to use less strength on that punch you just did, instead of going all out on one part? How about you actually just increase it gradually? So imagine you're on 6% all around your body and you want to do a really strong punch. How about you just go from 6 to 12 onto your fist, and that won't do as much damage, but it won't destroy your whole entire arm, would it? And Midoriya's like, you're right, and he wants to try it, but then the exam finishes, and Bakugo's stunned by this. He's like, Deku has this much power, and he can see a bit of resemblance of All Might's power, because he saw that Midoriya's punch destroyed that thing, which Bakugo actually doubted he could destroy it without using his whole entire arsenal of explosions. And other people are really impressed by Midoriya. So Midoriya still thinks this time he's not as worried that he thinks he's not going to pass, but he believes that he might have failed because he wasted a lot of time on trying to save Uraraka and destroying the robot and being up in the air. So, because he only destroyed, like, let's say 7 to 8 3-pointers, then let's say like 3-pointers, 6 2-pointers, and like 5 1-pointers. So 5 plus 12 17, and 4 3-pointers, that's 12. Let's say he got like 29 points, so he thought he was going to fail, but then he did get his 60 rescue points, so he was first. I'll say he was top 5, and Uraraka was like in the top 10, so she got in as well in the hero course. And that's the end of basically the exam. And Midoriya, let's say he has another 2 weeks before school begins, and he basically he kept training. He couldn't train with All Might because All Might wasn't showing up in the training area, so he kept training on his own, and he did the exercises that All Might taught him about. And he tried the thing that Kurama said. Instead of using his full strength, he basically increased his strength gradually when he was about right before he punched. So he did it with the air first, so he wanted to improve in air pressure, because sometimes you don't always have to hit your target, you can hit them with air pressure as well, especially because he saw how strong his punch was. He said, imagine I could do that on the air, I'm sure that the air pressure would be strong enough to at least blow them back. And Kurama's like, you're right, how about you try it now? And basically Midoriya's like, what do you mean? And Kurama says, look, you're in front of the sea. If you just try using air pressure into the sea, you won't do much damage, will it? It's just water. And Midoriya says, yes, I should do it. And he starts doing it, and basically he goes from 6 to 20%, I'll say, and he actually masters that in 2 weeks. And basically he actually tried to use his shoot style as well. So Midoriya now already has shoot style, but he hasn't mastered it like in the original, and he's close to mastering shoot style, but only on 6%. And when he wants to do air pressure, he usually uses his fists, and if he wants to use his shoot style with air pressure, it's a bit harder because he still hasn't mastered using shoot style. So he mostly uses punches when it's to do with blowing enemies back. So Midoriya now is ready to go to school, and the first day they already have an exam. So it's the quirk test, and Midoriya's like, oh no, I'm screwed, because he sees that everything is pretty hard without his quirk. But then Kurama's like, hey, listen, you've been training hard. I can give you a little help on boosting strength and speed and stamina, so don't worry. As long as we don't use KCM, of course. And Midoriya's like, thank you, Kurama. You're a lifesaver. And basically, in the speed test, Midoriya comes, I'll say fourth, because he doesn't want to show off too much that it would make people suspicious. So he basically gets a little bit of speed. And I'll say that he used the he came fourth. And then in the, I'll say, long jump, Midoriya came 7th. I'm just making us. And then I'll only say, and then I'll skip to the throw. The throwing, Midoriya came first, because not only did he use his one for all, but also he used a bit of Kurama's boost, and he used 100% on his finger, because he really wanted to come first in one of them at least. So he's guaranteed to pass. And Kurama's like, alright, but instead of 100%, how about you try 50? And then Midoriya's like, no, I want to get as far as I can. And basically he does it so far that basically it's uncalculable. Is that even a word? Uncalculable? I don't know. I wrote it in my script. I'm walking and reading my script on my phone. I saved on my phone. Yes, I did on my phone. That's why it took a while. So Midoriya is now basically has a broken finger, and Aizawa sees a lot of potential in Midoriya. It's like, before he broke his arm just by one punch, but this time he can use a lot of his power on all over his body. I could see electricity around it. This is interesting. Anyways, I cannot be asked. I want to go sleep. And he says, okay, you all passed, and no one was gonna get kicked. And he smiles. Bro, his smile weirds me out, man. And he smiles and says, I wasn't gonna kick any of you, but that's a lie. He kicks some people on the first exam, on the quirk test, but this class was actually impressive and everyone did well, so he actually let them all pass. And Midoriya's happy, and basically Kurama's like, hey Midoriya, I have something I haven't told you in a while. And Midoriya's like, yeah, Kurama. And basically they're in the changing rooms and everyone's changing. Midoriya doesn't talk to anyone, and because he still hasn't made many friends, not even Ida yet. He makes friends with Ida like maybe on the 3rd day, I'll just say that. And basically he's talking to Kurama in his mind while getting changed. And basically Kurama's like, I can heal your injuries as long as they're not completely fatal. Well, I could cure your fatal injuries, but that's only if you can master my full entire strength. And Midoriya's like, wait, so you can heal my broken bones? And Kurama's like, yeah, I could, but it would be weird people seeing you with a healing technique, and they'll think you have 2 quirks, and maybe they'll think that you could be a mutant or alien. And basically Midoriya's like, yeah, it's true, people these days do that. And Kurama's like, so let's not try to depend on it too much. Oh, a melon. Sorry guys, I saw a melon in the house. And Midoriya's like, alright, we should try that one day. And Kurama's like, yeah, sure. So that's the quirk test done, and Midoriya snaps out of his thinking, and he realizes that he only has a minute to get changed fully. And he quickly does it. His tie is not tied properly, and basically it's nearly the end of the days, and Midoriya is about to go pack up, until Bakugo comes up to him and says, Deku, how did you get this strong in such little time? And then Midoriya just gives him an apathetic look and says, "Oh, it's just you, Katsuki. What do you want?" And uh, Bakugo's like, "How dare you call me that? Don't disrespect me." And basically Midoriya's like, "I'm not disrespecting you, Katsuki. I'm calling you by your family name. What's so bad about that? Usually that's respectful, not disrespectful, Katsuki." And Bakugo's like, "Shut up, Deku." And basically Deku's like, "You're calling me the disrespectful one, but look at you, you're calling me Deku. I wonder why that is." And basically he's provoking Bakugo, and he knows that. And basically Kurama's like, "Hey Midoriya, you gotta stop that because you'll start a fight." And Midoriya's like, "I don't care. I mean, he's always been like this. I don't like it." And Kurama understands and says, "Alright, do you, but if you get in trouble, that's not my fault. I warned you." And Midoriya's like, "Yeah, I know." So Bakugo wants to kill him until Ida comes in and says, "No, Bakugo, no fighting in the class or in the school. You shouldn't hurt your classmates." And basically, Midoriya's like, "Oh, thank you, Ida, right?" And basically, Ida's like, "Yes, hello, Izuku Midoriya. My name is Ida, and we could be friends." And basically, Uraraka's like, "Yeah, I want to join too." And basically, their little group of friends is still the same. And basically, that's the end of the day. And I'll skip like a week later. I think it was the day after. I'll say a week later. The 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 battle trial is up, and basically it's Bakugo and Kirishima with Todoroki and Midoriya, and basically Ida. And Ida will take Midoriya's spot with Uraraka, and then basically yeah, and basically they're versing a different team, the team that I don't even know, they're irrelevant right now. And basically here the story changes a lot. So basically, because the teams are completely different, the fight will be different. So I'm going to end off here because it's getting pretty late and I don't want to wake up my parents. So sorry guys, I know this was a lot shorter, but I'm trying my best to make them from 25 or 20 minutes long to 50. And I promise you, after this month ends, I will be free. I won't be as tired, and I can make as many videos I want all day, every day. And I hope you will all understands. You all understand. And I am doing a Todo Deku ship. Don't ask me why. I'm not gay. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gay, but I like that shit. That makes no sense. I'm not gay though. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. And also please follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. My Discord is actually getting bigger a lot faster than I thought, because I thought it will take me like a month or two just to get to 30 members, but it only took like a week or two. And I hope you all join, because I really want a big server and I want to interact with you guys, and I want you guys to tell me what to do. And if you guys have any questions like what I do as a hobby or anything, you can ask me there. Anyways, and also you can ask me on Twitter if you want. Just follow me and DM me, and you can ask questions there as well. So, and also before I end it, please sub to RATREET and Miniman123. Miniman123 provides me with the gameplay I use on my videos, and RATREET helps me out a lot. Like, he made my Discord server. He sometimes uploads my videos because sometimes it just takes too long, but usually now I do it at night. So basically 1 in the afternoon, because I have my laptop with me, and 1 at night. So when I sleep, it's uploading. Yesterday, basically I uploaded my video, but I realized in the morning today, I realized I uploaded it unlisted at 5 hours after the upload. I'm like, why is there 0 views? Damn, am I that bad? And then basically I see it was at unlisted, and I realized, damn it. And basically now that I made it public, basically it's actually going through the roof, and it actually beat the. So basically what happened is that usually my minutes watch time is usually from 1.1k to 3.4, and right now it's on 4k, and my views are like 268 to like 300 something, and now it's on 429. I'm pretty sure of that. And the minutes of a normal view, average view, how long someone usually watches the video for, is from like 7 to 9 minutes, and right now I'm on 8 minutes and 4 seconds or something, and it's actually pretty good. I'm loving doing YouTube right now. I'm nearly on 10,000 hours watch time, and also I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm nearly on 800. I'm like 4 subscribers away from 800, and then our goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2020. I hope you all understand why I want this, and it's a goal that I've been trying to get for a while now, even though I never did YouTube before this. And well, I tried but flopped so hard. I used to do Dragon Ball Legends videos, so I just gave up. But now I came back with something I love doing instead of actually doing Dragon Ball Legends video. I like Dragon Ball Legends, but I like this better. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Please take care, stay safe, and this is the King of Weebs here. Peace. Oops, 1 second. Peace.